Page 22, Runaway Dreams. Well, this is an interesting sounding piece. I'm not sure about the dreams. To me, it sounds more like nightmares, but okay, we can do dreams too. I don't know. Let's look it over because we got notes going nuts. It's about a page and a half long. The clef signs are still treble and bass clef. There's two flats in the key signatures, so we're either in the key of B flat major or G minor, because those are the two keys with two flats in them. And if you look at the end, you're finishing all this at the end. The last line on page 23, it's all a G minor chord, so I'm guessing we're in G minor. However, go ahead and do the scales for both, the B flat major scale and the G minor scale. It's important, at least one octave up and down. Learn the scale. Get into the habit of it. You just know which black keys to play, because you're playing in that key. And then 6/8 time, which helps to explain all the eighth notes, because now an eighth note gets a count. Let's take it one hand at a time. We got some interesting things going on in the hands. The right hand, you're starting here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too bad. And then it's C sharp, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you don't want to do this, you can do that. 5. I tend to do that because I like to stay out here. So it's, but you can use 1, 5, it's fine, no problem. Second line's the same almost, except the end you get a G minor chord. And then the third line, now you're coming down here. The left hand plays first and you get the C minor. And then the left hand plays the C and then you do it. That's all it is a broken C minor chord. And then top of page 23, you just come up one key, now it's a D major chord. We'll get the rhythm when I put the hands together, it'll make more sense. Now, third line, we're up here. Now, you're ending the second line, or the first line here, and the second line is you want to hear. You can prepare that if you'd like, or you can use third finger on both, I don't care. But if you'd like, you use second finger on the last note on the third line. So, just come up. This way, your third finger's ready to go. You're a little closer to where you want to be. Because the left hand has to move too. You're moving both hands so we can help out a little bit with the right hand. Then we can focus on the left hand. So here, I just use second finger on that, and then you use third for the second line. Now, the last two lines on page 23. You're down here at right hand, just a G minor chord. And then the third measure is D flat now here. Okay. And then the last line, you're doing a G minor chord in different octaves. So you're here, and the second measure, you're here. Third measure, you're here. That's all. Left hand, let's see what it's up to. You got block chords at the beginning, a G minor chord, and then a D flat. And I use second finger. I don't use thumb on all that. And the second measure, there's no D flat. So it's a... And the third measure, cross over 2. And then here, cross over for one note. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you're doing. Third line, you're down to C minor. Second measure, you come up and play the C, the LH for the C. Yay. And then the third measure, just again. Now you are alternating. Top of page 23, just come up 1. And then the second measure, come over and play the D. Yay. And then the third measure, second line, you just come up here. Like we did before. Now, the last two lines, you're down here. I'll play the G, and then it's D flat there, G. Last line is just this chord in different octaves. Next one, and then come down and play the G and the... Okay, well, that wasn't too painful, I hope. It wasn't for me, so I don't know, you can recover if you want. Then we put the hands together. Slowly and carefully, and I'll hesitate all over. I don't care right now. I'm just trying to figure out how the hands are working together. So at the beginning, we're here. Now this, right now, let's try and be accurate. I'll do the staccatos later. I want to hold that down for 2 eighth notes. That last eighth note's by itself. And then here. 3, 4, 5, 6. And when I play the C, that right hand comes up. And you do that. Okay, let's go down to the last line. On page 22, you're here. Just eighth notes. Okay, top of page 23, same thing. Okay, not too bad, I hope. Well, let's go to the last two lines on page 23. It's just eighth note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To rest. And little finger or fourth finger, just finger it. And the last line, just keep them even. Get your left hand up here ready to go because it's going to play these notes. Same thing, get it up here. And then the left hand's got to be ready to go here. So it's left hand's moving around as you're playing the right hand. And the right hand moves as you're playing the left hand. Just to keep, fair is fair, I guess. Now, once I have an idea what the hands are doing, then I go back over it carefully a few hundred times or whatever and slowly work out the hesitations. So it's a steady eighth note pulse throughout. Speed is not important, but no hesitations right now. Then I have the articulation. The staccatos are short and flexing at the wrist. I'm on the key and I'm bouncing off. Third line down on page 20. This is all connected. Okay, a suggestion here on the left hand. Look at the end of the first line. We have a slur here. And then the next line you're going to staccato. I suggest you connect those. Can you do that? Can you? Don't lift up. No. Connect it. It kind of leads into it. Connect it. And that's tricky because you're going from here to here. Again, I use weight to push them down, and I'm simply switching the fingers. So the weight's on this finger. I raise the wrist a little bit, just a little. I exaggerate it so you can see it better. It's a little. And as I'm lowering it, I'm lowering the weight. And as I do that, I simply switch the fingers from here to here. These fingers. It's like doing this, but I'm just on the here. Takes a little practice. Try and get the notes down at the same time. I don't know, maybe you can. You get the same thing at the end of the second line on page 23. Connect that if you can. And that's pretty much the articulation throughout. So once I have the articulation under control, sort of, then I think about the dynamics. The melody most of the time is in the right hand. At the beginning, the loud, the forte, that's melody. These in the background. Somewhere in the background. Third line down, come down to sort of soft, mezzo piano. Here it's both hands for the first two measures. Then the right hand, the chord's got to get very soft. Top of page 23, come up to moderately loud, both hands. Now the right hand. And then the second line, we're up to loud again, like we're at the beginning in the right hand. Last two lines, you're starting out moderately loud. This is both hands. Now, echo that softly, sort of. And then the last line, you can start this about moderately soft, even soft if you want to. Go up to loud, but don't get loud to the last measure. So it's like a measure at a time. I'm going to go soft, last line soft, then come up to moderately soft, now moderately loud, now loud. So it's like each measure I went up. You have to plan these things out. If you don't, you'll be loud by the second measure, and that's too soon. Now once I have an idea of the dynamics, then I'll think about the speed. Allegro con spirito. They sure like that spirito stuff. It has to be accurate. What can you do? Find the hardest part wherever it is for you. This part, or I don't know what's hard for you. Don't go faster than that. Stay accurate. But we're going to feel this in 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. This left hand's basically playing on the natural accents. Your speed. Again, as you get better with piano, you'll be able to speed it up. It's just I'm not sure what kind of dreams we're having here. It's just not really. It's a chase scene or something going on. Now they've added pedal. You don't need pedal. You can do it just fine without. But they've added it. All right, fine. Let's do the pedal. What's the pedal doing? Well, it's adding the overtones, and it's giving us some contrast between the clean stuff and the pedal stuff. See, there's a contrast between those two, and that's sort of what we're after. Push the pedal down. With this one, you pretty much got to push the pedal down with a note, because if you push it down afterward, you won't catch the note because it's gone by too quick. So push it down with a note and lift it with a staccato note, so you get a staccato. So on page 22, the last line, it's push the pedal down with a note. And as I play the staccato, I lift it up. Same thing at the top of page 23. There. And the last 2 lines, lift it up. We want to hear 1 beat rest here. See, those are not staccato. You're holding them out, but you still lift the pedal up with the hand, with the note. Make sure you lift it up as you play that last staccato. We want a staccato there. However, if you don't have a pedal, don't worry about it, because you really don't need pedal. You do just fine without it here. Don't copy me, please. You don't have to take it that fast. You don't have to take it. Play around with the dynamics. On these, I tend to feel a crescendo through that. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum as well. I just feel it. It's part of interpreting the music. If you feel it, play it. If you don't feel it, don't play it that way. It's however you feel it. On these, if you want to hear a little crescendo going up and down, that's... If you feel it, play it that way. Experiment with it. Get into the music and feel the music. Now, when you can play this smoothly, evenly, at some speed, no hesitations, come back to the video. Let's play it together slowly and check that you have the correct notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and softs, and I'm not going to do the pedal. We're not performing it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. So I'll give us 6 counts because an 8th note gets a count, and there's 6 of them in a measure. I'll do the staccatos. Did I say all that? I can't remember nothing. Oh, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, go. Two, rest. 2, 3, 4, 6. Five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.